What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the second season of our podcast, the fourth episode, Don't Stop Beleafing, where we talk all about the Leafs all the time to anybody who will listen. I'm your host, Nolan Drinkwalter, and this is my co-host, Jack Prinz, king of the hoodie. How's it going, buddy? Eminem over here.
You guys do not want to hear me rap.
Why
I
not?
don't have rhythm.
It better be pretty good.
No. I'm not good at rapping or music talent as anything.
So what's going on, man? How was your week?
Week was okay. Not great, actually. I was sick all last week. Did the pod, sick last week, and then was sick the rest of the week. Got a temperature of 105.
Right
which
now?
was 40.7. No, last week on Tuesday.
That's
the day
really
after
high.
we filmed the pod.
105 is
Yeah.
really high.
Yeah, it was
like
extremely
hospital
high.
high.
Yeah, I had to call the my doctor, and they just kind of said, "Take an Advil." I was like, "Okay."
Yeah. How was dinner Sunday? Was it good?
Dinner Sunday. Yes, it was good. Yes,
That's good. Very healthy, was it?
very good. Very healthy. It was like salmon, rice, and some veggies stir fried.
Wow. I had a pizza, pasta, wings, calzone. Well, that's it, yeah.
So yeah, you did
So
end
the
up
opposite of healthy. Oh, yeah.
Good for you.
It was friggin' good.
Yeah, mine was good too, in like a healthy way.
Yeah, but
It's
mine
crazy
was
when you eat healthy.
good in an unhealthy way.
Yeah, it's crazy when you eat healthy. You feel full, but you feel very clean, and then you feel like you can like still run or do exercise. Like you're not bloated at all.
Oh, I was down for the count after the food.
Oh, I bet.
Just full of grease and cheese. Not a good feeling. But I loved the taste.
Yeah.
So yeah, good week for me. Now back to what?
Yeah. I was gonna say back to reality. It's my first week back at work after 3 weeks now.
You worked for a day last week, no?
Yeah, one day. 2 weeks, not last week, the week before.
You didn't work at all last week?
No.
Whoa, that's a bad illness.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I work Friday, Saturday, Sunday at the Clever thing, but
So did I.
yeah.
I saw you there.
Yeah.
Anyways, might as well get to the Leafs because we have a lot to talk about. Or do you want to talk about the tournament?
No.
All right. Poopy as always, anyways. So last week, the Leafs were just as poopy. They went 2-2-0 last week with a big comeback against Pittsburgh the first game. So they played like 5 minutes of hockey that game. The rest was crap. And then they actually had a complete game against Utah where they won 5-3. And that was Lawton's first game. He looked great. The wheels fell off by the weekend where they lost to Boston 5-3 and Carolina 5-4. Back-to-back games where the defense was terrible. So not the greatest week, not the worst week. Their November's not going as hot as it usually does. Is it just taking them a little longer? Or should we be worried, Jack?
Borderline right now. I'm pretty worried. Because it just seems like their D is so bad. And I don't know what it is. If it's I have no clue if it's the forwards, like not having help with the D or the D just not playing well and out of sync. I don't know, but it's hard to. At some point too, it's like Stolar's in that. I don't blame all the goals on him, but also he's letting in the odd weak one. So it's just all around scary to watch.
Yeah, this team, it's the opposite of everyone going at the same time. Like, no one's going.
No one's going.
So, for me, the big story of the week is the defensive play of the Leafs. Breakdowns all over the ice. They can't complete a pass. They can't stop a pass from getting by them. They can't defend the rush at all. Benoit does not look great. Myers is unplayable. I'll let you talk about what you think of the defense, and then I will give you some stats about the defensive game they've been having and how bad it's been. But just from the eye test from you and the games you've seen this last week, what have you seen?
Yeah, so it just looks like they don't know where they are on the ice, and then they're overcommitting, and then the team just works the puck around pretty effortlessly in the Leafs zone. And when they do that, obviously over time you're going to get tired and things are going to break down and seams are going to open up, and teams are just kind of having their way with the Leafs in their own zone.
Yeah, exactly. Last year, teams would spend time in the Leaf zone. Sometimes they would get stuck in there, but it would be all around the perimeter. It would just be perimeter
Yes.
play, low danger shots, some
Yes.
mid-range danger shots. And now
Mhm.
it's like high danger chance after high danger chance with a guy who's wide open.
Yeah, and I feel bad because in those situations with Stolars, he's having to go like side to side, full, east west goalie hockey, and kind of put himself in precarious situations because of that, where, when it's predictable and easy from the outside, it's very easy to be positional as a goalie.
True, but I think he's also being overplayed. He's only ever played 30 games,
100%.
35 games a year. He now is playing like every game except for the back-to-backs. He's never done it before. His workload is new to him.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw a stat where his best time he had, like his best save percentage or his best games, were always after 3 days of rest.
Yeah. And I agree that he's being, because like you could tell even in tonight's game against Boston, I was watching a little bit, he was just over moving because he's tired. So it's harder when you're fatigued, you and tend to over move and stuff. So he was overcommitting a lot,
And he
and
doesn't
he's
seem
just not.
square to the shot.
Yeah, exactly. He's just out of position a little bit. I think we need Wall back desperately just to give some stability to this team and defense, and knowing that their goalies are both back there, 1-2 punch. They're always going to be rested and they can rely on both of them. I think that's when I'm going to really get if they're not playing well and Wall's back there, then I'll start hitting the panic button. But I think Wall is a saving grace right now. I think it would be fair to get Wall back, see how Stolars and him do together, and then see how the team plays in front of those two guys when they're both well rested and both back to that dynamic duo that we know and love. And maybe that provides some stability for the defense and the players to play off of. That's when I'll start hitting the panic button, is if that stops working.
So we want the tandem back first.
Yeah, and then
And
I'll hit the
Woll did
panic.
have his first game in the AHL. I will talk about the goalies later, though. So I'll give you some stats, some defensive stats.
Okay.
So Leafs last year were 8th in rush chances against, and 4th in rush goals against. So this year now, does that make sense?
So they're
8th.
What are
So
the
like
stats?
8th. So they're 8th last year in rush chances against.
Mm-hmm.
So top of the league, and
Yeah.
4th against rush goals against.
Mm.
Also top of the league. This year, they are 31st in rush chances against and
Nice.
32nd, dead last, in rush goals against.
Gotta love those stats.
So not only do the analytics back it up, the eye test is backing up a lot, because every rush chance, there's one guy who's wide open and the crossing pass gets through, and this guy has an amazing chance, a high danger chance on our goalie every time. That Carolina game, almost every goal was that way. It was a rush chance goal with a wide open guy that either, I don't know if it's the defenseman or it's the forwards not getting back and covering those guys. It's just the whole system.
Yeah, so it's not even them just getting broke down in their own zone. It's off the rush too. Jeepers.
And I've noticed the rush is worse than just their defensive play altogether. The rush chances, that's been the worst part of their game. And I don't know, they are the heaviest team this year. They're one of the biggest teams, height-wise. So is it that they're slow now because they're older and they can't keep up the speed of the game? There's no pace anymore? Because that's what I get from these rush chances against.
That's what they're saying. That's what people are saying, that they're slow.
What people?
people,
I
the
don't. Who are
reporters and
these
stuff
people?
like that. Reporters and analysts from TSN and Sportsnet.
And like I said, last year they kept everything to the outside. Everything was perimeter shots and stuff like that. And they were good at protecting that house. Like we talk about all the time, that house was well protected. Any pass coming through was blocked or hit with a stick. Every shot from the point was blocked, or hiding a shot was blocked.
Yeah, or if it did get through as a predictable outside shot that the goalie could easily just save and smother.
Yeah, and sometimes the Leafs, actually I think more times than not, the Leafs were outshot, but they were all low danger shots that Stolarz or Woll could handle easily.
Yeah, and they didn't have to make too many saves that were expected goals, where they'd have to save that. And then when they did get the odd one like that, they would make that save because it was like the only one they had to do that game.
Yeah.
Now it's like every single shift.
Those people you were talking about, the reporters, and other people, are right now blaming Lalonde, the new assistant coach that runs the defense and the defensive system.
Did Lalonde not? He was there last year, though.
No, Lane Lambert was the defensive coach last year. Lalonde was a new hire this year.
Oh.
And Lane Lambert is known for his PK and his defensive game. So I don't know if they changed the system or I don't know why you would from how they played out last year. But it seems like they're trying to get their defense to be more offensive. We can get to it later. Actually, might as well get it to now. Riley is tied for third right now in defensive scoring, behind Makar, who has 22, and Heiskanen, who has 14, and Riley has 13 points so far this season. But he also is making defensive errors left and right in these games.
Yeah.
So, and then OEL is having a great season offensively. But I actually think he's also playing good defensively. But it seems like they're trying to push, because last year the defensemen were not good offensively. Like, we had the lowest goals for defensemen across the league. They couldn't pass the puck to save their life out of the zone. So I don't know. Like, I feel like they're trying to push that, and with that, it's creating these defensive gaps
breakdowns.
and these breakdowns.
Yeah, I don't know if I thought Lalonde was there last year.
He wasn't even hired as a coach last year. He was an analyst.
He was the analyst last year? Okay. Yeah, that makes a huge difference if you got a new coach, a new system coming in. But yeah, I guess probably wouldn't even know what that system was if he wasn't there last year.
That's true, but the rest of the coaches were
What
there.
happened to that coach? Where'd he go? Somewhere else?
He is now the head coach of Seattle.
That makes sense. So he got promoted.
He got the Toronto Leafs bump. He got that bump.
Yeah.
But yeah, his PK was amazing last year. His defensive system was amazing. And it helped the Leafs become first in the Atlantic. And they had some of the lowest goals against.
Yeah, they had such good defensive stats last year. It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just seems like our whole defensive squad just looks lost all the time.
And then they're not confident with the puck after that.
No,
so I don't get it.
That's been huge. That's been very apparent. They don't look comfortable when the puck's on their stick. Like making those little passes and things like that. They just look like they don't want it on their stick and they're just trying to get it off. And they're trying to force it.
And then it creates these chances and they just look worse and worse. They're just digging this hole, man.
Yeah, it's not good.
But yeah, so I never liked Lalonde. I was pissed about the hiring. I don't know. I wouldn't obviously blame him completely. It's just really that's the only thing that's changed from last year with the defense. Yeah. And most of the forwards. So, like, again, and you can't put it on the coach because the players are the ones out there. I'm guessing he's not telling them to pass it up the middle to the other team because that would be dumb. So, like, it feels like a confluence of things. And I don't know. Because Matthews has 4 goals in the last 5 games. Great offensive numbers. The last 2 games I watched, Boston and Carolina, the PK, he missed 2 pucks coming through the middle that caused goals. And like his defensive games don't look great at all these last 4 games.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with the boys. They got to figure something out. Like we just need some things to start going right because other than that Mammoth game, I haven't seen them play very good hockey.
No, not the whole season.
Yeah, where they control the play, like it wouldn't bother me if they were playing good hockey, like clean games, and just got beat, but they're not. They're playing very sloppy and unorganized hockey, and they're getting beat that way, and that's pretty frustrating.
It reminds me of like the 5th and 7th game against Florida in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Just dejected and almost like gave up and just done. And yeah, I don't know. It's hard to watch. It's hard to watch hockey.
It's very hard.
But silver lining, maybe they end up in the bottom 5 of the league because their first round pick next year is top 5 protected, and they get Gavin McKenna.
Yeah, I was thinking of that today, actually, the Gavin McKenna sweepstakes. I'm like, do the Leafs just tank at this point and try to get him?
Imagine they start trading players off for more assets. I would
Just get
love
rid of
that.
some of those big guys.
The slow big guys and get some young guys in return.
Yeah.
So exactly. I know. So with the defense, would you try something else then? Like you have to be creative at this point. So do you bring up Villeneuve, whatever his name is, or Thrun, or someone else from down below? From the Marlies?
I have no clue about that because I don't think that's going to solve it. I don't think those guys are good enough to just make our mistakes go away. I think they need to get the goalie situation back figured out, and then they just start slowly doing certain things right, and then getting some wins, just not even as like on the scoreboard, but just like wins in general, of like defensive wins and like defensive plays, passes, just less sloppiness. We start eliminating just some of those bad things out of our regular schedule. I think then we can build out from there. It's funny because like I want to say Tanev coming back would help, but at the same time, Tanev didn't even look that great before he left. He looked lost too. So yeah, you don't know if these guys are trying to learn a new defensive system that Lalonde's bringing in because he didn't know the system last year, and so he's bringing his own system, and the guys are just really not gelling with it. I don't know. But they got to figure it out soon because this is pretty hard to watch.
True. But you have someone like Myers. Why not switch him out? Get someone in there who's hungry for a game and might give the team a little pop.
Yeah, well, I think at this point I'm willing to try that.
That's what I mean. Like, get a little creative, right? Or
but
Benoit.
I've watched those guys play in the minor leagues. I don't think they're gonna make that much of a difference. They're small, and those I don't know.
And then Benoit, like that goal Pat Pasternak scored, he looked bad on that play. Like, hit the guy, man. But also, even Stolarz looked bad in that play. That should not have went in underneath him.
Yeah.
So, again, whole team just collapsing at the same time. So it reminds me of when Jay Woodcroft, so after the first year, the Oilers went to the finals against Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Jay Woodcroft the next year implemented this new system that I thought would work.
Yeah.
And it did not work for the first 17 or whatever games. They had that huge down spell.
Mm-hmm.
And he ended up getting fired because of it. And this is what this is what reminds me of. Like, they're putting in a new system and the whole team just looks lost out there.
Yeah, and then they brought in Knoblaw, and he was able to turn the whole season around, and they still made it to the finals.
Yeah.
And nobody predicted that. But they're like, yeah, what happened to Edmonton? Because it's the same team. We expected them to do well, and then they didn't start well at all.
Exactly. So I wonder, that's a bullet in the chamber you can use, but I don't know. Like, Berube looks exasperated and as confused as the fans do.
Yeah, he's like sitting there being like, what's happening? And then getting, like, I don't know how many times you can keep yelling at them between intermissions to try and light a fire under their ass, but.
So what do you think he is on the hot seat? Would the assistant coach be on the hot seat? Like, is that even a thing, or like what?
I don't think Berube is, but yeah, maybe you look into firing the Lalonde and getting a new defensive guy in there. I don't know.
Because he was with Detroit before this, and
They
Detroit
didn't
was
do too good. Yeah.
So I don't know. So let's get into some more positive things. The offense, because the offense has been good.
The offense is good.
They are leading the league, or up there in the top 5 for goals for, the Leafs are right now, which is pretty darn good. The problem is they are dead last for goals against.
Yeah, so you can't outscore your problems here because
No,
your problems are
they
bad.
They used to be able to do that.
They used to be able to do that, and it almost looked like in that Pittsburgh game they were able to do it there.
That was like,
this is Keefe hockey. This isn't Berube hockey.
Don't play the first 2 periods. Play the third for 5 minutes. Win the game. So, yeah, like I said, Morgan Rielly tied for third in points for D-men.
I didn't know that. That's crazy.
13 points in 15 games.
Jeez.
Yeah, I might be right on track for that 60 points that I was talking about.
Yeah, you might be. Yeah.
Nylander has 23 points in 13 games, 8 goals, 15 assists. Problem is, he just casually walks around the defensive zone.
Yeah.
Yes, and I was talking, Matthews has 4 goals in 5 games. It seems like he's got his goal-scoring ability back.
Yeah.
He's still under a point per game, though. It's like one of your highest-played player. You need that guy to be the best of the best.
Yeah, that guy needs to show up more game in, game out.
JT, 21 points in 16. 21 points in 16 games, 9 goals, 12 assists. He's on pace. He's on pace. I think we talked about this last week. On pace now for 120 points this season.
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good.
I doubt he'll get that, but that's insane.
Yeah.
Nyes has 20 points in 16 games.
Yeah.
5 goals, 15 assists. He's looking good too. Their defense looks good as well. Like, those 2 players, you can't complain about how they're playing.
No.
Nicky Bobby, 4 points in his last 5 games. He's promoted to the first line tonight. How's he looking?
Pretty invisible. That whole everyone's pretty invisible tonight, to be honest. It's not a good game.
Holy. Their second periods have been super bad this year too. Like, their differential is in double digits for their second period. Minus 10, minus 11 or something like that. Which is insane. So the offense has been good. There's no denying that. But if the goaltending's not there and the defense is not there, it's just going to be high-scoring games, and you're going to get outplayed, apparently, every time.
Yeah. And if you for one game, if you don't have that offense, or even if you do have the offense and you score a couple, how do you protect the lead?
You don't, man.
That was one thing.
No, yeah, 2 leads in both on the weekend, and they managed to screw them both up.
Yeah, whereas last year when we got the lead, we kept it every single third period, almost the whole season.
Yeah, 1 loss, and it was against San Jose.
Yeah.
In overtime, I think.
Yeah, I miss that hockey.
Right now, I do too. As boring as it was, they were at least winning the games.
Yes.
They get a lead early, and then you'd be like comfortable with the lead the rest of the game.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Yep, it was really nice. So
let's get into the goaltending. Stolarz this year, 6-5-1. His goals against average is 3.35 with an 8.89 save percentage.
Yeah, it's not good.
Not as good as he was last year, which was a 9.27.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, best save percentage in the league.
And ever since he came out with talking up against the team, he has been he's been subpar since then.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he's got a talking to or what's going on, but I don't know. Sometimes these players that come to Toronto where they've been playing so good before, it's like sometimes the life is sucked out of them. Like the third or fourth line guys.
I just feel like it's a fatigue issue. I really think this guy needs his rest, and I think Woll needs to be there too, because I find Stolarz he's a more aggressive goalie than Woll. And Woll is that steady, calm goalie in net. And it's just good to have both and just kind of have both kind of goalies for teams to play against, because Stolar's a big guy, comes out aggressive, covers a lot of the net, whereas Woll, another big guy, but also just kind of stays back in his net a little bit more and lets the play come to him. I think they both need each other. I think they're both balance each other really well and compete with that competitiveness between each other. Right now, he has nobody to even challenge him for that spot. If he can play as bad as he wants, he can Stuart Skinner this thing right into the, and it's like, well, what's the other option? Oh, we don't have another option. It was Primo, and then that was a terrible option.
Oh,
and then now it's Hildeby, and Hildeby's also not a great option. The guy's not playing great right now.
I honestly don't think he played bad against Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
You would like a save, maybe on the shot from the point, but those other 4 goals are just like open chances for the guys.
Yeah.
But like other than that, I think he played decent. Like he had some big saves. But yeah, so Caden Primo, the last game he played, unplayable. Gets sent down the minors, reclaimed by Carolina. He's gone. Thank God. That's perfectly what we wanted.
Yeah.
It would have been nice to have him as a good backup, but but we did want him reclaimed or gone after Woll got back. I think that was the plan.
Yeah. So it worked out well.
Yeah. Woll is back. He's back now. He's back from his his leave of absence. He played 1 game in the Marlies so far, actually half a game, 36 minutes. He did not play that well, but it's more about getting the rust and the cobwebs out. And hopefully he's able to do that and be back. And people are saying by the end of this week, he'll be back in the NHL.
Yeah, I think they want to play him 1 full game in the Marlies to give him like a full game just to see how stamina-wise and endurance.
Yeah.
And then they're going to bring him back.
That's exciting. So hopefully by this weekend, we will see him back in the team.
Which would be great. And then we can start really making some judgments and see how this team responds.
Because I'm not completely worried yet. I'm like a 6 on the worried scale.
Yeah, me too. But if he comes back and they have him for a couple weeks and they're still not figuring it out, then that might go up.
That might be me screaming at the TV a lot more.
Yeah.
So back to the offense. The PP is starting to get going. 3 for 11 this last week. It's 27%. That's decent. It's better than what it was.
Yeah, better than what it was.
That second line unit actually is looking good with Nicky Bobby, Domi, Michelli. I think Riley's demoted to the second unit now. OEL's on the first, which I think they should have been doing right from the beginning, because OEL's offensive prowess this year has looked a lot better. And
when
he has more of a shot.
When Florida won the first Stanley Cup, OEL was running that power play. So if he's good enough to run the Stanley Cup winnings power play, I think he's good enough to run ours.
Oh yeah, over Ekblad he was.
Yes.
That's their number 1 D.
Yes, and Montour was also on that team.
Oh yeah, that too. And he has a cannon.
Yeah, so if he's beating Montour and Ekblad out, I think Paul Maurice knows something. So we should probably have him on the power play first line too, running that.
Oh yeah. I wish I didn't hate Paul Maurice so much. I just hate him.
I know.
He's a great coach.
He's a great coach, but I just don't like how he's willing to teach them to just do the slimiest shit to win games.
Assholes finish first, Jack.
Yeah.
Which sucks. Why do we got to be so goddamn nice?
I don't know, man.
You little bitch. Anyway. So at PK, still middle of the pack. Nothing to write home about for that. Like, I don't really care about that. So we'll go to the injuries. Lawton comes back for a full game against the Mammoth. Plays a decent game. Helps round out those 12 forwards. They have a complete game together. Look amazing. And you're like, okay, here we go. This team's back on track. The next game, he gets clocked by Zadorov. I'll ask you in a sec if you thought that was a clean or dirty hit. McMahon jumps in, fights him, which I love to see. McMahon's second fight of the year, stood up for Nicky Bobby, and now he's standing up for Lawton. And McMahon is growing. I mean, I always love this player. He's becoming the player that we want him to be, I think. Because if he's not scoring, he's not getting assists, at least he's doing something.
Yeah, he's doing something, and that's a huge body Zadorov to take him on. But at least somebody did something, because that's what we've been saying about this Leafs. Nobody's doing anything. Nobody's jumping in. Nobody's helping each other. They're just not a team. So it was nice to see McMahon do that against a huge guy and a guy that's good at fighting. Zadorov was basically a bully. I think the hit was decent enough. I wouldn't say it was like dirty, but I wouldn't say it was clean either, because it was, to me, a little bit.
It's so hard because how big he is, and then he's hitting way smaller guys.
Yeah, and then but there's also, I remember this from our sports psychologist in first year university. He always said this about hockey. He said, if the player isn't ready to get hit, if that's like somebody that's going through a stop sign, like a traffic light, went through a red by accident, would you not brake before you hit them, or would you put the accelerator on to try and really smoke them? And like in this case in hockey, these guys know these guys aren't ready to get hit, yet they go and accelerate through them, trying to kill them.
To be fair, that's how I wanted to hit. I wanted to hit someone who was unsuspecting with a clean hit. With a clean-ish hit. But you know what I mean? But
it's like, I know, but like when you think about it as like, I know that's like a sport mindset, but say you're not a sport person and you explain this concept to somebody, they're thinking you're a psycho.
Yeah, they are.
Right? You look at it that way, it's like, well, so you want to hurt that person. Like, you accelerated through them to try and hurt them.
But honestly, that's not what you're thinking in the hit, though.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, think of it as a person that doesn't play hockey.
No, I get that. But I mean, like, you're not thinking about hurting this guy. You're not thinking about anything. You're just thinking about, oh, I can one-up him here. I can get him before he gets me, kind of thing. That's what to me, that's what it is when you're hitting people. Or removing them from the puck, which you're supposed to do.
Anyway, but in that case, that is a little too much.
Is any of the onus on Lawton, though? Because he kind of blindly turns up the ice. He knows Zadorov's on the ice. He knows he loves to hit.
I think there's definitely always onus on the player, because you need to be able to play the game knowing that whenever you touch that puck, that you could be getting hit, and always be ready for that. And I don't know if it's just the softness of today's NHL. It seems like too many guys touch the puck thinking that they're not going to get hit.
Yeah, true.
And they back in the day, you always knew that if you touch that puck, even 3 seconds later, a guy's trying to come finish his check on you.
Oh yeah, it's crazy that Boston has a second Big Z now.
Yeah,
like what the fuck?
They always seem to have one big freaking defenseman. That's crazy that you said, starts with Z too.
Actually, his nickname's Big Z.
Zadorov's?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So like I, as much as I want to call it a dirty hit, I think it's a clean check.
I thought it was pretty clean.
Yeah.
It just
sucks that he got
me
hurt.
off.
Yeah. But again, McMahon slowly becoming one of my favorite Leafs players.
Yeah.
Like that's how you become likable. Because if you look in that video, Carlo's in the background, just standing there.
Yeah, and he's way bigger than McMahon.
6'5".
Yeah.
So, I just need him to do something.
Yeah.
Because he's not looked great either.
Yeah.
So, now time for the player of the week. My player of the week is Willie. He had 8 points in 4 games. All gas, no breaks, Willie. Because no defense, all offense. So yeah, he's mine. He had some amazing goals. He missed the hat trick. I don't know how he missed that open net, but he already had 2 goals in the game, so you can't really be like, score more, buddy.
Yeah. Guy's scoring at will at this point. He's
And that
just
sorry, go ahead.
it's coming so easy for him. It's crazy. That one goal that he scored, that slap shot
Against Pittsburgh or against Carolina?
Pittsburgh, I think, where
From the
he
point.
just kicked out. Yeah. Wow.
And like looked so nonchalant shooting that.
Yeah.
Like he is ice cold.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then the Carolina game goes to, I think, tie the game or take the lead. Crossbar post off the goalie's leg and just misses the net. Like,
how?
I don't even know how that doesn't go in.
Such bad luck.
But again, you can't be like, score more when he's just, again, scoring at will. Like he could have a billion goals.
Yeah.
So that's my player of the week. Who is your player of the week, Jack?
I'm going to give it to McMahon just because he's been working hard and because he stepped in for Lawton. Because there's not really much else out there to be pumped up about.
And isn't that depressing? These freaking Leafs. So, and my goal
the
of the
bar's
week
set
is
pretty low.
Oh, I know, man.
Yeah.
So my goal of the week is also Willie. The first one against Carolina, where Nyes makes a beautiful dish, like what do you call it? An area pass, where like he just kind of feathered it to a certain area.
Yeah.
No, not aerial, like just to an area.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then Willie skates into it and just calm as a cucumber, smooth as silk. Just the backhand around the goalie, fake, like just froze him too.
Yeah,
Beautiful
that was
goal.
a nice pass by. I thought that was Matthews actually initially when I first watched it, and then I realized it was Nyes that made that nice little dish, and it just slowed up so Willie could skate into it. Really nice play.
Oh yeah, so
And it was a nice pass up too. Was it OEL that passed it all the way up? I think.
Yes, him or Riley.
Yeah,
those are the only two offensive defensemen we have.
Yeah, that was also a very nice pass up to Nyes.
And Matthews just watching the whole thing. Just watching.
Just watching. He was ready for the rebound.
Yeah. He would have scored if Willie didn't score.
Yeah.
So yeah, and we'll get to the prospect corner. But do you want to tell me your goal of the week first?
Yeah, I'll do Willie's goal against Pittsburgh. I love that shot.
I'm surprised you didn't pick the backhand goal he scored against Pittsburgh.
No, actually, I like that, but I like that shot so much because I think it just shows the eliteness of these guys because Kirill Kaprizov made a slap shot like that not too long ago. And, like you see guys like Kaprizov, Bedard, Draisaitl, like they're these guys that are just that extra factor in this league that can score from these shots. And I think Willie's really making it a name for himself, saying like, look, I'm right there with all these guys.
He is still elevating his play, which is amazing to see. Like every year we're like, oh, he's maxed out. But then it seems he's just like he can just score sometimes. He just has that touch. He has an X factor that you're talking about.
Yeah.
Did you see Draisaitl's goal this week? The one
from like the goal line?
Yeah. What?
Ridiculous. Yeah.
I understand why you're paying him $13.5 million, $14 million a year.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
So now I want to finish up with Prospect Corner, a nice positive thing. So Ben Danford, the Leafs' top D prospect, got traded to... Did I already talk about this last week? The Brantford... do you know the team's name? Brantford Bulls? I don't think that's right.
Bulldogs?
Bulldogs? It's the Bulldogs? And him and Sam McHugh are now on the same team together, both Leaf prospects. And they have got a point... What do you call it when they assisted on each goal? They factored into the same goal. And it's nice to see two Leafs prospects together getting points. But that's not the only guy I want to talk about. Harry Nancy is his name. So last year, he was a 5th-round pick. But he was 2 weeks away from being eligible for this draft. Like he was really young for last year's draft. And right now he sits 5th in scoring the OHL. He has 30 points in 20 games. And the year before, he only had 23 points in 67 games. So
and this
now
year
he's
fifth.
and this
the
year he's
OHL.
fifth. Yeah.
Whew. Nancy?
Harry Nancy is his name.
What team is he on?
I don't have that.
I'm gonna look it up.
But yeah, so this guy just like for the first couple games he was getting no points, and all of a sudden he just exploded on this point streak. Like he just figured it out, and now he is just again scoring at will. And they think if he was born 2 weeks later and he was in this year's draft, he'd be like a first or second round pick.
Owen Sound Attack.
That sounds about right. And because of the scouts we have now, the group from Dallas Stars, Harry Nancy, that's him.
Nice. Drafted by Toronto Maple Leafs, round 5, 153rd overall in the 2025 entry draft.
And these Dallas Stars scouts that came from the Dallas Stars are amazing at finding these gems in the late rounds. And for people who like are overlooked, like Wyatt Johnson or Maverick Bork or I think Robertson was a high pick. Rupe Hintz, like all these players were later round picks. And like they just hit and keep hitting. And for the Leafs, that's what you need because they don't have a first round pick next year or the year after that, unless they finish dead last or bottom 5. And
was Harley also probably?
I think he was a late first round pick, I think.
Yeah.
So it's I hope they look promising, but like prospects look promising and then they don't always pan out, but it's something to be optimistic about with how big of a dumpster fire this team looks like.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And the more irons in the fire, like you want to see all of these prospects doing well because there's a better chance that one of them will work out.
Mm-hmm. And hopefully they all work out. And all become first line players.
Yeah, exactly.
And score 1 million goals. And are on Team Canada.
Yeah. And then hopefully we don't trade them away and then they score against Toronto every freaking time.
But Jack, we can get guys like Carlo and Lawton.
Jesus.
Like Minton would have been ready this year, I think. Wow, it's hard to be like, ugh.
Yeah, you're such a good kid too.
I know. 2020 hindsight and all, but what can you do? What can you do,
well,
Jack?
It looked good most last year. Like when we had that, when he came in, it was very good.
We were there for his first NHL goal against Las Vegas.
Yeah, I was out getting us drinks.
Oh, right. I saw it live and it was beautiful.
Yeah, I saw it on the TV from the beer stand.
You're the reason that he scored against the Leafs this year, Jack, because you didn't see it.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, man. So it's good to have a little hope. I have a little hope. And with Woll coming back and hopefully... Actually, we don't even know how long Lawton's going to be out for. There hasn't really been any assessment or update on his condition.
Yeah, it's got to be a concussion.
Oh, definitely concussion. So we don't know how long they're going to be, but with Woll coming back, hopefully that tandem, like you said, is going to be what they were in the past. And then with Lawton coming back eventually, it shores up the bottom 6.
Yeah, and that's something we can build around.
But until all that happens, and also the Leafs are down tonight, this next week, it might be hard to get through with how these Leafs are playing, but I need you to play hard and have fun.
Play hard, have fun.